to talk to The Guardian's boxing correspondent Kevin Mitchell and author of a book on boxing called War, Baby, The Glamour of Violence. Thanks a lot for joining us, Kevin. Was that all banter, or did they really not like each other?
No, it was pretty real. The animosity was genuine. It wasn't something either of them made up. It was something that festered over a long period of time, and Joe Frazier perhaps never really forgave Ali. He did in public a couple of times, but in private he was still very, very angry at Ali for calling him Uncle Tom and various other things.
Of the three fights, Ali won two. Which of them stands out for you? Is it the Thriller in Manila?
The Thriller in Manila is impossible to forget because of the raw brutality of it. I mean, there's never really been a heavyweight title fight like that. It took both men to the very limits that you would ask of anyone who gets in a ring. The first fight, the fight of the century in 1971 at Madison Square Garden, was the showpiece event, really. It attracted all the movie stars. Burt Lancaster did commentary. Frank Sinatra took the photographs at ringside. But the Thriller in Manila was the fight that defined both of them in a very dramatic and painful way.
Muhammad Ali, I think, was quoted as saying it's as close to death as he's ever been. What about for Joe Frazier?
Well, Joe was asked to quit at the end of the 14th round by his very humane trainer, Eddie Futch, and maintained always that he would have gone on. I think that was a judgment he made in retrospect. That fight took so much out of both of them that they were never the same again. They fought they fought on for a couple of years, a few of them. A few of them were brutal fights, and they retired within 8 days of each other in 1981, and they were shells of themselves by that stage.
How do they compare to heavyweight boxers now?
Well, it was a different era. It was a so-called golden period of boxing, and it was, rightly so. There were so many great fighters around in the heavyweight division at the time. It was much better valued, much more widely acclaimed. I mean, it was much more better known in those days. Boxing had a much higher profile, and sadly that's not the way it is at the moment. It's been devalued to a large degree.
Kevin Mitchell, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you. Joe Frazier, who has died of liver cancer at the age of 67.